Give your money, sow a seed, and God is going to move for you. You can give all you want to, but if your heart is not right, your heart is not right with God, you might as well stop praying because all of it is in vain. That's something that we have to always check and examine is our hearts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's going to determine when you leave this earth, whether you're going to be hell-bound or whether you're going to heaven. And a lot of people, they're judgmental. They always point the finger. They don't see themselves. It's just like the church, too. They always judging the ones that's out there in the streets is drinking, smoking. They judging them and pointing the finger, but then they don't realize that they just as worse. That's why it's good to always judge yourself. See, when you walk in the Spirit, God going to teach you about this flesh. He's going to teach you how wicked you are. That's why when you begin to walk in the Spirit, you begin to see yourself.
I saw myself.
I'm being honest with you. That's the truth. Like David said, like David told God to search him. He told him to point out everything that was in him that was ungodly. And the thing about it, he pointed it out. Notice how David even slept with Bathsheba, took a man's wife. You know what I'm saying? Had a man killed for his wife. You know what I'm saying? But God was showing him himself. That's why he said in Psalms 51, he said, God, have mercy on me. He said, create in me a clean heart. And renew a right spirit within me because he knew he was messed up. And see, the more you talk to God, the more you seek him, man, he gonna show you how wicked you are. And the thing about it, you ain't gonna have you don't have no time to even judge nobody. You ain't gonna even want to judge nobody because you're gonna see how messed up you are. And that's why a lot of people in the church, they judge. I'm gonna be honest with you because they don't see themselves. That's it. That's the key. Seeking God. That's something that we should all do in this church. Even when we leave the church, we should try to seek God.
Yeah.
I mean, get in a place off by yourself and just talk to him. And notice how you're going to feel. Even if you burden down, you're going to feel that relief. I'm talking about that stress just going to lift up off you. And the Bible said in Isaiah chapter 26, verse 3, if you keep your mind on him, he will keep you in perfect peace.
Amen.
And the reason why we don't have peace in our minds is because of lack of communication with God.
No, right.
We have to walk with God. But when you don't pray and when you don't see God, them thoughts up here will eat you up.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, man, that's why I said this world is messed up, and it's all because of lack of communication with God. Dang, it ain't gonna get no better. This place here, anything, man, it's gonna get worse. That's why we need to, us as a people, we need to really just seek God. A lot of us, we're not being taught because these preachers, they not teaching you how to seek God. I'm just gonna be honest with you, and it's sad how our leaders are. You should have compassion for the people that's in your congregation.
Amen.
But a lot of these preachers, they don't see, they don't care about you. Only thing they care about is themselves. The congregation supposed to be your children.
Yes.
They are like children. Because think about it, the leader, he's the one who feeding them the word. That's why we need to really pray, man.
Amen now.
Because if not, we will always be lost. And we will never know the truth. That's why it's important to pray. Seek God.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got a question for you.
What's that now?
I hear what you're saying. And one of my reasons why I don't get into reading the Bible that much, because I can't read all them big old names.
I'm going to tell you something, this real talk. You don't even have to read the Bible, period. God, first of all, he's the word. He will teach you the word because God will put his word in you. Perfect example. This is, it says it right here. It says, if you abide in me and my words abide in you. See, when you abide in God, his word is automatically going to abide in you because he is the word.
Amen.
He will teach you the word and he will also teach you the truth. You don't never got to pick up a Bible. Abraham didn't have no Bible. But yet and still, God taught the man how to live. He didn't have no Bible at all, but God still taught him how to live, and he wrote his laws in his heart.
But don't you supposed to study to show thyself approved?
Yeah, you do, but then I'm just showing you that you don't even have to read about it. Because you got people out there that can't read, period. But then, on top of that, God will still teach you that. He will still teach you what's in there. I'm just being honest with you because think about it, he is the truth, and he is the word, and he is the light. He will teach you. All you gotta do, I'm gonna be honest with you, is pray. And I'm gonna tell you something too, the more you pray, God will begin to show you the hidden mysteries of the word. And a lot of people in the church, the only thing they do is read the left. That's it. That's why it's killing them spiritually.
Another question.
What's that?
I know y'all probably get tired of me, but me and God had this conversation. I gave myself to God a long time ago. And throughout, some bad things happened to me. And I was in my shower and I was praying and I was talking to him and he reminded me. He said, when you came to me, I accepted you. You told me, try me. I tried you. These things happened. He said, I ran away from him. But he didn't let me run far. God kept me. I ran away from God. Not only did I run away from God one time, I ran away from God twice. But even during all that time, he let me know you were never hungry. You was never mistreated.
Amen.
You never had a place to stay. He said, I kept you then like I keep you now. I know God got something for me to do, but what
Amen.
it tears me up. I'm not trying to straddle the fence. I pray I don't straddle the fence.
Yeah.
I try to die daily. But a lot of things I don't understand. I truly don't
I'm gonna
understand.
tell you something. You know what you fighting with? This flesh. This body that we live in is wicked. They have all type of wicked, evil desires. This body, I'm gonna be honest with you, it got homosexuality in it, adultery in it, it got fornication in it. It even has anger in it, and also hatred. We all have this on the inside of us, but to each man his own. Like me, I may have a problem with chasing women. My brother right here, he might have a problem with drinking. Or he might have a problem with his temper. But to each man his own. But that's what we wrestle with every day, is this body, this fleshly body. And on somebody that can keep you, you know what I'm saying, dealing with this body and keep it under subjection is by you praying and seeking God. Because otherwise, if you don't stay before God, this right here going to act up. And I'm going to tell you something else too. Even the more you stay before God, the more this going to fight against you even worse, because the thing about you're drawing more closer to God.
I want to ask you right now, I know we're under grace.
Yeah.
What's going to happen when perfect will?
Talking about the stage of perfection.
Yeah, what's going to happen? It's time to walk in perfect will.
See, when you walking in perfect will, that means you're walking in obedience. See, because first of all, like God told Abraham, he said, walk upright before me and be thou perfect. But he didn't mean he was going to be perfect, but he told him to be obedient. And that's what made him perfect in God, because of his obedience. That's it. But other than that, ain't nothing perfect about us. We all messed up. From the back to the front, I mean, we all got sin. We all do wrong. But only by the grace of God and by us praying and stand before him, we have an opportunity we can make it in. See, because you can read the Bible all day long, but if you ain't seeking God, that's in vain. Sometimes you got to get out to yourself. I'm talking about really walk with God and give him your undivided attention. Because I don't believe in doing nothing on my own. I believe in consulting God first. That's the problem with a lot of people in the church. They don't consult God. They don't inquire of God. The only thing they do is they just get up there. A lot of preachers, they just get up there, and the thing about it, your message don't be of no effect to the people. Try to get off to yourself and pray and be honest with God concerning what you're going through. Ask God to make himself known to you. Ask God to help you to form a relationship with him. That's the key. Seriously, when you ask God to help you form a relationship with him, watch how you going to begin to see the results. And even when you pray, watch how you're going to get results. I'm telling you, when you start praying, watch how you're going to get. God will come to you and he will let you know things before it even happens. And God will also, even if you ask some things, he will even speak to you. Notice even dealing with Rebecca. 2 nations were fighting inside of her. But she wanted to know what was going on, so she inquired of God, and God answered her. Because while she was praying, she was talking to God. And that's something that we all have to do. If you want God to ever move for you and answer your prayers, you have to learn to get in the mode of seeking God. Because, relationship is important. It's very important, man. And that's something that we need to really learn, is how to form a relationship with God. And it's not taught in a lot of churches. A lot of preachers, they don't notice they don't never preach about forming a relationship with God. Or if they do, they don't tell you how to form